Oh boy, an Elekid, my favorite. Let's do this. Electric types only, platinum. Alright, first row fight time. He leads off with Turtwig, and I just start quick attacking it. I leered it, starts withdrawing, so you know. It is what it is. Yeah, it's gonna be. I give him Turtwig because, you know, Torterra. I catch a Shinx, big surprise, I know. Call it Minx. Alright, 10-5 Berry again. I lead off with Spark Plug, Thundershock will start Starly. And then with Turtwig withdrawing, I just Thundershocked it to death, and I eventually killed it. You're annoying as ever, Barry. Yes, you is. Alright, time to fight Rourke. He leads off with Geodude. I lead off with Minx at level 15. I go for Leer. I start leering it down. I start tackling it. He eventually takes out Minx, though, with a critical rock, with a rock throw, I believe. And then I send out Elekid. Low kick takes it out. Next is Onyx. 2 low kicks do it in. And last up is his Cranio. Send a couple low kicks do it in because he went for Leer 2 times. And he probably could have killed me with Headbutt, but hey, I digress. Alright, to fight Mars. Thundershock 2 shots Zubat. But then, with the fake out plus a scratch, I couldn't do anything before I could land a low kick. But I paralyzed her with my static boost. So I sent out Minx charged, and I just sparked it away. Charge and spark. I took it out easily. Yay, I was the commander. Next up is Gardenia. She leads off with Turtwig. I start biting it down, but the Turtwig eventually takes me out with a critical Grass Knot. I send out Elekid, then I start low kicking and swifting my way through, but eventually Churm took me down via Leech Seed and just Magical Leaf and stalling. Alright. Looks like I got to gain a few levels before I can beat Gardenia. Alright, I gained a few levels. This time, Turtwig goes down to a couple bites. Next up is her Cherrim, goes down to 2 bites as well. And last up's a Roserus, goes down to a few bites. I don't know what happened with Minx, but it got a lot of critical hits, but I'm not complaining because I don't want to go grinding again. What should I name this Rotom?
You got a Rotom?
Rotami.
Alright, gotcha, Blaze. Then to fight Jupiter, she leads off with Zubat. Full Thundershocks do it in as she hits me with Bite. Next up, just going to take a hit with Confuse Ray, hits herself with Confusion, and I Thundershock, and I actually paralyze it, which is nice. I get taken down by a Night Slash, because, you know, Ghost type and all. Next up, I send out Minx, then I switch out to Spark Plug, then I go for Shockwave, and I take it out with a critical. I was gonna try and double Intimidate it, but that worked. Alright, time to fight Fantina. Minx evolved to Luxray, and I was able to Bite Sweep through her entire team. Yeah, low defense Ghost Pokemon don't really help you out here, does it, Fantina? Alright, time to fight Barry again. Leads off with Staravia. I go for Shockwave before he can even start his double teaming. Next up is Weasel. Shockwave one-shots it. Next up is his Groudal. I Confuse Ray it, then I start Ominous winding it down. I eventually take it out. Couple Ominous Winds, because that doesn't do shit with withdrawal. Last up is his Ponyta. Couple Shockwaves do it in. Alright. Now that Barry's defeated, we can get my next team member. Hey, it's an Eevee. I wonder what I can evolve that into. Yeah, I know. It's a gambling time. Alright, time to find Maylene. She leads off with Meditite, lead off with Bolt. Thunderbolt one-shots it. Next up is Lucario. I go for Thunderbolt, and does about half. He's a Force Palm, Thunderbolt finishes off. Last up's her Machoke, and I Thunderbolt kills it. Ah, yes, that was so easy. Alright, I catch a Pichu in Trophy Garden. I name it Zip Zap. Zap Zip. Alright, 10 to 5 Berry. I lead off with Pikachu now. Evolve. Happiness. I take out his Staravia, but then his Ponyta takes me out a couple stomps. I send out Rotami. Plays his name, by the way, like I said. Thunderbolt takes it out. Next up is Weasel. Thunderbolt one-shots it. Next up is his Groddle. I start going for Ominous Wind. He starts withdrawing, takes me out a bite. Then I send out Minx and I take it out with a couple bites. Alright, time for Crash Awake. And I start off by one-shotting his Gyarados with Thunderbolt. Next up is his Quagsire. Goes down to 1 Grass Knot. Next is Floatzel. Goes for Brine, but Thunderbolt takes it out in one shot. Yeah, I would have thought the large Leader was a sweep. Alright, to fight Cyrus, he's off his Sneasel. I lead off with Spark Plug. I low kick his Sneasel. Thunderbolt his Golbat. I Thunderbolt his Murkrow. Then that was it. I catch Magnemite and I call it a Tract. Alright, to fight Bear, he's off with Staraptor. He goes for Double Team. I miss my first Thunderbolt, but then the next Thunderbolt takes it out. Next up is his Rapidash. For some reason, doesn't go for a Fire type. Maybe he goes for Leer, then Takedown for some reason. Next up is Heracross. Takes me out with Brick Break. And Electivire, I go for Thunder Punch. He has a Brick Break. Thunderbolt finishes him off. This is a Torterra, and this made me realize I need to get some good move relearner, because I know some of my Pokemon learn Ice type moves, so I'm gonna do that next. Yeah, Torterra Pin Missile after Electivire went down. Last up's Floatzel, and 1 Thunderbolt did it in. That was Barry. Time to go digging for Heart Scales. Then fight Byron. He leads off with his Magneton. Lead off with Spark Plug. I Fire Punch it. He Metal Sounds me. Fire Punch takes him out. Next is a Steelix, and I Fire Punch it. He goes for Earthquake, almost kills me. So I switch out to Rotami. I start to go in Shadow Balls, so couldn't do anything. Eventually I took it out with Shadow Balls. Let's just Bastiodon. So I go for Thunderbolt to do damage. He kills the Stone Edge. I send out Spark Plug, I go for Brick Break. Brick Break almost kills. He misses his Stone Edge. Brick Break finishes it off. I try to fight Saturn. He ends up with Golbat. He goes for Supersonic and hits. I hit myself. He goes for a Bite. Then I take it out with Thunderbolt. Makes up Toxicroak. It went for Mud Bomb. As I go for Thunderbolt. For some reason, he didn't go for Mud Bomb again, so I took him out on my next Thunderbolt. Yeah, I don't know why he did that. Last of his mag is his Bronzor. I go for Thunderbolt. He takes me out with Shadow Ball. I send out Minx, and I take it out with Thunderfang. Alright, time to fight Mars. I choose off with Golbat. I go for Thunderfang. She hits Supersonic. I don't kill it. By the way, Supersonic twice in a row with these Golbats. My god. For Bronzor, I hit myself confused, and it starts Iron Defending, so I switch out the Bolt, so I take out the Thunderbolt. I don't feel like fucking with its defense raising. Last step is our Per Ugly. Uses Fake Out, then I go for Thunderbolt, and I take it down to Thunderbolts as it hits me with a Slash. Alright, time to fight Candace. She leads off with Sneasel. She goes for Feint Attack. I go for Flash Cannon. I Flash Cannon my way all the way to her Frost Blast. Her Obama hit me with Focus Blast, though, so that took me to a really low health. Then her Frost Blast, after her Obama went down, started to just sweep through my team. It finished off Magnezone, because, you know, low health from Hail plus Focus Blast. Send out a Spark Plug up for Fire Punch. Blizzard does half my health. She takes me out with another Blizzard. I send out Rotami. She has to use a Shadow Ball. Then I send out Minx, and one crunches it in. That was Candace. Wow, that Frost lasts. Then I fight Cyrus. He leads off with Sneasel. He goes for Ice Punch. I go for Brick Brick. Brick Brick one-shots it. Next up's Crobat. He goes for Poison Fang. I go for Thunder Punch. I almost take him out. He heals. I go for Thunder Punch again. I barely don't take him out. He punches me with Bite. Then another Bite takes me out. I send out Rotami. He hits me with Bite, but Thunderbolt takes it out. Let's have this Honchkrow, and Thunderbolt one-shots it since Rotami's faster than it. Honchkrow's not that fast for a flying type. Alright, time to fight Saturn. He leads off with Golbat. Thunder Punch barely don't kill it. Thunder Punch takes it out. Comes Bronzor. I go for Fire Punch. Most of his damage he goes for Confused Ray. I go for Fire Punch. I take it out. Next up is Toxicroak. I decide to stay in, go for Fire Punch. 10 takes me out with Poison Jab. I send out Zip Zap. I go for Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt takes it out. Now it's Saturn. Alright, time for the double battle, and it's as annoying as before. Set up the right screen, and reflect, my god. Right screen and reflect, so, you know, I start Thunderbolting down her team. I take a Bronzor, if Dense Skuntank shows up, I Thunderbolt that down. Then he sends out a Staraptor, starts close combating the Bronzor, which only does half because of the reflect, plus the psychic resistance. He eventually takes out Bronzor with close combats. I take out the Golbat with Thunderbolt. Out comes Per Ugly. Surprisingly, Staraptor survived the Slash, took it out with, and I took it out with the close combat and Thunderbolt combo. That's after Golbat, which got taken out by Thunderbolt. Yeah, that was a weird fight. Alright, next up is time to fight Cyrus. He leads off with Houndoom. I go for Brick Brick. Brick Brick one-shots it. Next up's Gyarados. I switch out into Rotami because I know he's going for Earthquake, and I take him out with Thunderbolt. Next up's Weavile. I sack off Rotami as he takes me out with Night Slash. I then send out a Track. He goes for Ice Punch. I go for Flash Cannon. Doing most of its health. He eats a berry. He freezes me with Ice Punch. Then I thought, next turn, hit it with Flash Cannon, take it out. Next up's Honchkrow. Takes me out with Heat Wave. I send out Spark Plug. I go for Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch barely doesn't kill. Kind of been a trend right so far. It became Electivire. I go for a couple more Thunder Punches. They take him out. Let's up this Crobat. He goes for Cross Poison. Takes me out. I send out Zap Zip. He goes for Confuse Ray. I go for Thunderbolt. And a Thunderbolt brings him in. Alright, time to fight Volkner. He leads off with Jolteon. I go for Dig as he goes for Thunder Wave. Dig takes it out. Next up's Raichu. He goes for Focus Blast. And I go for Dig. Dig hits. But then his next Focus Blast takes me out with a critical. Yeah, he had 2 Focus Blasts in a row. I never hit him. I finished off a Shadow Ball. Next up's Luxray. No one has Crunch. I'll switch up to my Luxray, but his looks like it's a critical Crunch after the Intimidate drop, so Thunderfang took me out. I send out Spark Plug, go for Brick Break. Brick Break finishes off my own crit. Next up's Electivire. I go for Brick Break on it, go for Fire Punch. I thought Fire Punch to burn it. I actually burned it. Eats a berry. Then he takes me out with Giga Impact, meaning he can't heal, so I send out Jolteon, finish it with Double Kick, and funnily enough, a crit. Alright, time to fight Barry one last time. He's off Staraptor. I go for Thunderbolt to one-shot it. Next up is his Torterra. I go for Grass Knot for damage. Takes me out with Earthquake. I then send out Electivire. Take it out with 1 Ice Punch. Next up is his Snorlax. I stay in, go for Brick Break. He goes for EQ. EQ brings me down to 20. I go for Brick Break again. Barely don't kill it, and finishes me off with Body Slam. I send out Rotom, finished off with Thunderbolt. Next up's Floatzel. Thunderbolt one-shots it. I guess he's trying to go for Crunch. Next up's Heracross. I go for Thunderbolt. He goes for Night Slash. I go for Thunderbolt again. Then he finishes me off with a Night Slash. I send out Minx. I take it out with, he uses close combat, does half my health. I take it out with Thunderfang. Last up is Rapidash. I go for Thunderfang. He misses first Fire Blast. I do the second Fire Blast. And with Thunderfang again, he goes for Bounce. I switch into Bolt, and I take it out with the Thunderbolt. And that was Barry. Alright, time to do the Elite Four. First up is Aaron. Thunderbolt one-shots his Yanmega. Except with Caesar. I Thunderbolt it. I confuse right at first. I hit himself, go for Thunderbolt. He's confused. I go for Thunderbolt again. Just keep going for Thunderbolt. I eventually take him out because he kept hitting himself because I got lucky. Except Heracross, go for Thunderbolt. He goes for Night Slash. Night Slash takes me out, so now Jolteon. Thunderbolt takes it out. Next up is his Vespi Queen. Thunderbolt one-shots it. Except last up is Drapion. Go for Thunderbolt. It goes for Cross Poison. I go for Thunderbolt again. He goes for Cross Poison. I take him out. Alright, time to fight Bertha. And I laid off a Raichu holding the Metal Plate. I just grass knot through her entire team, and I surprisingly actually sweeped her. I know her Pokeball were heavy, and I'm using a 4-type effective move on most of them, but it's like, that was scary. Last up's her Gliscor. For grass knot build as half, I take it out by Earthquake. I send out Spark Plug, and an Ice Punch does it in. Man, tutoring Ice Punch on them was worth it. Alright, time to fight Flint. Brick Break one-shots his Houndoom. I go for Thunder Punch. Then I get a low roll on Thunder Punch and barely don't kill him Burnape, so he takes me out of that Earthquake. I then send out Zip Zap. He heals. I go for Thunderbolt. Then he goes for Flare Blitz, taking out Zip Zap with a crit, but also taking himself out in Recoil. I send out Bolt. He sends out his Flareon. I go for Thunderbolt. Thunderbolts take him out as he hits me with Will-O-Wisp. I'm surprised he didn't heal there. Then last up is Rapidash. I paralyze it. Let's switch to Minx. I go for a couple Thunderfangs. 2 Thunderfangs, take it out. Last up is Magmortar. I go for a Thunderfang on it. He takes me out with Flamethrower. Takes me out with some Flamethrowers. Then I send it out Rotami. I go for Thunderbolt. I actually paralyze it. Then I take him out with another Thunderbolt as he charges up for Solar Beam. Alright, time to fight the last Elite Four member, Lucian. Shadow Ball one-shot is Mr. Mime. Next up's Espeon. Shadow Ball one-shot it. More than the Spooky Plate, by the way. Next up's Bronze. I'll go for Substitute. He gets for Psychic. So I'll go for Shadow Ball, lowering his special defense, but he Calm Minds. For Shadow Ball, barely don't kill it. He takes me out with Psychic. Next up, I send out Bolt as he heals. I start going for a Thunderbolt, and 2 Thunderbolts do it in. Well, 3, but he gets paralyzed, so I got lucky. Next up is his Gallade. I go for Thunderbolt. I do about a quarter. He takes me out with a critical Stone Edge. Now Zap Zip. I go for Thunderbolt. I do another quarter, but he eats Citrus Berry Cells and negated. He goes for Psycho Cut. I go for a couple more Thunderbolts. But he takes me out with a couple of Drain Punches and Psycho Cuts. Alright, I hit him with Intimidate, but he heals. So I go for Thunderfangs, but he takes me out with a couple Leaf Blades with Luxray. And Track, but luckily Thunderbolt finished it off. Alakazam took it out with Focus Blast, and out Spark Plug, and a critical Thunder Punch did it in. Alright, time to fight Cynthia. She's off with Whimsicott. I go for Thunderbolt, then she goes for Dark Pulse. I go for Magnet Rise, goes for Dark Pulse again, then I go for Thunderbolt to finish it off. Turns out Garchomp and goes for Flamethrower, she can't hit me with Earthquake. Then she goes for Dragon Rush, but misses. Then I go for Flash Cannon again, lowering itself and getting to eat its berries. She does with Lucario as I Flash Cannon, out with Aura Spear. And now Luxray to hit it with some Thunderfangs, but unfortunately Aura Spear was able to take out Luxray in 2 shots. And we speed tied. Alright, I send out Bolt and I finished it off with a Thunderbolt. She sends her Garchomp back out and I hit it with Sand Attack twice. And then it looks like it paid off because I send out Spark Plug, it misses his Earthquake, then Ice Punch takes it out. My low tick, I accidentally Ice Punched again. I took it out with Thunder Punch. Except Rosewood to go for Fire Punch, even though I should have gone for Ice Punch, never melt ice. I barely don't kill it. It Toxics me. She heals. I take it out with Ice Punch. Last up's her Togekiss. I go for Thunder Punch. Do about 75%. She takes me out with an Aura Spear plus Toxic. I send out Zip Zap, and Thunderbolt took it out, and that was Cynthia. In a way, it's kind of vengeance for Elekid and my Platinum only Elekid from all that time ago. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see y'all next time. Man, that was Pokemon Pop, the only electric types. I actually can't believe we did that. I'm surprised I was able to Grass Knot sweep Bertha for the most part. Then Flint and Lucian caused a lot more trouble than I thought, but yeah. Cynthia was not as hard as I thought it'd be. That Garchomp I got lucky with when she missed that Earthquake. Alright, I'll see y'all later.